Welcome to Friday Friends, RI Elder Info's weekly look at the organizations and individuals providing resources for Rhode Island seniors, caregivers, and professionals.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It is 9 a.m. on Friday, and you are watching or listening to RI Elder Info's Friday Friends streaming podcast, heard around the world on social media, Facebook, YouTube, 321 Media, LinkedIn, and wherever you get your favorite podcasts. We are your favorite, right? You're hitting the like button, the share button, all the social media cues to say, hey, check this out. I am super excited about my guest today because she is a guest who has been on the show, but it's been quite a while, and her organization has gone through some really amazing changes that I'm super excited to share with you. So make sure you share this video out to make sure we get as many people aware of these big changes that are coming from my friend Denise from Just Ask, so that we can reach more people. And you'll understand why it's super important for you to share this one out. But as you all know, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, and we could not do this without the support of our sponsors. So a big thank you to Point 32 Health Foundation, United Healthcare, Oak Street Health, McCarthy Law, and 321 Media. We could not do this without their support and all of the individual donors out there who help us find the information and resources we need and support us all year long. So huge shout out and thank you. And here's a quick message from our sponsor, McCarthy Law.
Here at McCarthy Law, we practice in the areas of estate planning, long-term care planning, elder care law, and residential real estate. Our focus is really on providing peace of mind to our clients.
If you're interested in scheduling a consultation with our office, you can feel free to reach out to us at 401-541-5540. You can also reach out via website at www.mccarthylawri.com. You also should check out our social media, both on Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn for some helpful tips and tricks.
Hi, Denise. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for inviting me.
Absolutely. So you were one of my early guests when Friday Friends was new. And I think you've been on maybe once or twice since then, but you have some really exciting news.
I have amazing news. I am so happy to share this information with all of you. We are now opening our first location in Johnston, Rhode Island. It is Just Ask Aphasia Stroke and Knowledge location that would provide people with resources, education, and support.
That is awesome. Where are you in Johnston? What do you by Rhode Island directions?
By Rhode Island's direction, I would say we are behind
It's right on Atwood Avenue, right off Atwood Ave, right?
It's right off. We're right off the highway, which makes it really easy and convenient for people to get on and get off to see where we are. We are actually at 1665 Hartford Ave, Unit 24. It will be sending out invites to many of you to attend our grand opening, which I am so excited to say will be on November 1st.
Woohoo!
The reason we picked this amazing date is because on November 2nd, I had my stroke, which is unbelievable to realize that was 9 years ago. And my goal afterwards was to provide information in Rhode Island because we did not have resources that I really needed or even knew what was available in the state of Rhode Island. So we started.
Denise, when you talk about the resources you needed after your stroke, what kind of effects happened because of your stroke? Because I don't know that everybody even understands what aphasia is.
Aphasia is a communication disorder. It affects your reading, writing, comprehension, and most people, it's their speech. Our intelligence is intact, but it's hard to communicate when your speech is limited or almost opposite. I mean, limited. You don't have speech at all, but you know what's going on outside you. You know what's going on, but you just can't communicate. My friend explains it like going to China and you don't speak that language, but you still know you need your food. You know where you're asking for where the bathroom is, but you don't have that communication. You want to say that, you know what you need and want, but nobody understands what you're saying. And
Got it.
it's very frustrating to know what you need and want and nobody understands. And over the years, I think many people just think that those individuals that look like that or don't talk well maybe have an intelligent disability, and that is far from the truth. So I think this is the information I needed to get out and show people. I think people don't even, I think they said when they did a survey, there was only about 30% of those that were the survey didn't even know what aphasia was. Everybody really knows what Parkinson's is, what various other disabilities, which are even less common than aphasia. So if you know about Parkinson's and help me with this word,
Cerebral hemorrhage
yes,
or
those type,
dementia.
yeah, but they don't know what aphasia is.
Yep.
And people, they understand about, I guess I'm having aphasia day. And this is my aphasia. I have a hard time identifying words. I know what I want to say, but it's really becoming challenging when I'm tired, stressed, and it's been a long week. This Friday was much needed for me. So, so people with these types of aphasia, you're already seeing one example, but only one example. If you've seen one person with aphasia, you only seen one person with aphasia.
So when
So
somebody has aphasia, it's not necessarily just their ability to speak, but it can also impact their ability to, say, read or write, correct?
yes, and we've talked about my challenges a lot. I need to find a lot of accommodation because one of the hidden disability is looking at how I can read and write effectively. I
Mhm.
read, but only for a short period of time because the brain becomes very fatigued. Because I also have a vision impairment. So when you try to read, the eye doesn't want to work anymore. But I can read,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
but it's very challenging. My writing is hard. I often see the B and the P look like the same.
Yep.
Though they're different, but sometimes the brain doesn't identify the letters as different. Um, so when I will write a word, sometimes I'll put a B and a P in the wrong place. But at that time, when I typed, it looked perfect. But if I
Right.
put my reader on to read what I just wrote, I'll know, oh my goodness, that is not correct. I have to go back and edit my own writing. So that's
So
one of my challenges.
so you mentioned that when you had your stroke on November 1st, 9 years, I'm sorry, November 2nd, 9 years ago, that you found that you couldn't find the resources you needed in Rhode Island in order to help you um, work on overcoming aphasia, or maybe it's not overcoming, maybe it's adapting to the different kind of life the world is now with aphasia. Um, Tell me about your resource center.
Our resource center is going to be amazing and be able to provide many people in the state of Rhode Island.
Do we
We
have
will,
any sneak peek pictures?
I think I gave you a few. You can check out what our new location will look like. But what it will provide is resources for anybody to drop in and talk to me and ask a few questions about, here's my loved one and we have this. What can happen? What can I do?
Oh, look at that big center.
Yes, and this is a great table for people to have their meetings.
Yep.
We can get together and we can actually do some speech projects. We can also just get together and have fun. We have game day. We also have a TED Talk day. We also will have some other projects. We have some projects to have people attend a painting class. You can
Wow.
also, we are also working with people to come and teach accommodations that make our life a little bit easier.
Wow.
It's easy as your phone. Sometimes it's very difficult to use the phone, never mind have a disability on top with it. So it's
Yeah.
great to provide some tools to make that more, to build up your more confidence and more of your independence instead of always depending on somebody else.
Yeah,
And
and
this,
I and it, so looking at it, is the location, is it wheelchair accessible?
it is wheelchair accessible. Our bathrooms are wheelchair accessible. The chair will easy to move to provide anybody that needs to have space for their wheelchair. We also will have a reading station where people can gather, look at books that we have found helpful. You can borrow our books, you can take them home. We also work with the libraries that provide additional reading books to you could rent from the library and return. And we also will have a guest speaker coming to our group and share how these tools are, how you can use them. So we're happy to have so many people asking to use our location to provide the resources that people don't have to jump all around the state to find.
Absolutely, especially since there's not a lot of resources out there available for individuals who have aphasia that are in a way welcoming and I want to say comfortable, but I'm not sure that's the right word. That
I think
if
the word I use now is called aphasia friendly.
I love it.
We need
I
to
love
be
it.
aphasia friendly to really be respectful of our challenges, communicating with us effectively. And we're also teaching other professionals in the community how to have a more effective communication with your with somebody who has an aphasia in your program, or if they are attending, even going to a restaurant. We try to let people know there are ADA accommodations in the restaurants that by law have to provide these. As
Oh, wow.
easy as going to McDonald's and saying, I need an ADA accommodation for my menu. Most of them now these days are on the computers or on your phone,
Mhm.
but there are still some paper ones where they have to provide you so that you can use a visual um, menu. So
Okay.
so what you don't know, that's the other information we do. Sometimes we know more of the information that you don't know what you don't know. So we try
Amen to
to
that.
share, so we try to share what, oh, I didn't know I could get that. Oh, I didn't know that was available. So that's some of the work that Just Ask does so that we can kind of make life a little bit easier for you and to keep up your independent as possible.
And I would like, I'm envisioning an aphasia friendly space where people can practice speaking, practice reading, practice engaging. But I'm wondering, when people have aphasia, they have a brain injury that causes aphasia. Is there a timeline for them to get better?
I say there's never a time to give up and to keep working. I mean, some of the work, I mean, it's been 9 years and I'm still improving. It may not be as quick as the first year, but it never says that you can never improve. I mean, it's a long journey. It takes a lot of time, effort, and you got to have passionate about it. You got to never give up. And some of these speech, programs, we run out of our insurance coverage. They won't continue with the services. And this is where Just Ask will kind of fill in the gap. You can't get your speech classes anymore. Or you're tired of this, it's like, we've been doing this. It's like, I just want to have a life. I just want to have fun. And I want to do it in an environment that I'm safe
Yep.
People do not judge me. They give me a time to say what I want to say. And I can also listen to others and look at their goals and what they're working on. And we kind of support each other on the journey because it is a long life journey.
Wow. What are, say, 3 tips that when you're speaking with or engaging with someone who has aphasia that would be helpful to improve the communication when you're speaking with someone who has aphasia?
The first thing is to talk slowly and keep it sweet and simple. We don't need a long conversation, but kind of keep it sweet and simple.
Okay.
Maybe some yes or no's. It can also using gestures. And one of the most important thing, be patient. Give them time to respond.
Okay.
We are such a quick in life. People want to hurry up and get there, be back. But we need to talk slowly. And if something has to be quiet for a little while, it's okay to be quiet. But we don't like to listen to the quietness. Everybody feels like they got to fill in the gap, or you want to hurry up and answer talk for them. It's not needed. You just need patience for yourself to give us the opportunity to say what we want to say. And the way I always say us is I am a survivor and I am somebody living with aphasia, but I am a very mild version with aphasia. So you will see more extreme levels down to the type of level that I have.
Because you speak very well. And so I wonder if somebody is struggling to get their words out, does it make it easier if their care partner or the person they're speaking with finishes the sentences for them? Like, does that make it easier so that the person doesn't have to struggle to find the words? Or how is that?
I don't think so. I think it's really
Okay.
important to give people the chance to say what they want to say. Most people like me, I kind of use that example today where when I am struggling with a word or if I need help, I do ask for it. So wait to be asked, it's like, or ask, do you want me to help you with that? And if somebody says no, give them time. If they say yes, you have the opportunity, but just don't jump in and assume you know what that person's going to say, because I like to think that maybe most of the time you don't really know what I'm saying, but you never know what that individual really wanted to finish to say. And at that point, it just gets frustrating and they may just give up because you're not really listening to me. So why keep trying?
Oh, that's a really good point. Yeah. Yeah, I can get that. And, I think whether one has aphasia or not, I think you're right. I think people struggle with the silence in a conversation, whether that is because someone has aphasia and they're searching for the right word, or we're engaging with someone who doesn't have aphasia and we've asked a question or said something and it's met with silence. I think a lot of times that does make people uncomfortable. Absolutely.
Yeah, but it's
All right.
okay.
So tell everybody again, when is your grand opening? What can we expect at your grand opening?
We will be having our grand opening on November 1st from 3 to 7. And just to let you know, you're the first one to get the actual date and information, and it'll be posted out on our website soon. And we'll be sending out an email invite to friends. If you don't get this information or you're not on our email list, please check us out at the website, www.justaskri.org.
Okay. I am super excited. So the address is going to be 1665 Hartford Avenue, Suite 24, and it's in the back.
In
And
the
that's going to be on November 1st. And as a nonprofit, how can people help support the amazing work that you're doing in creating Rhode Island's only aphasia-friendly resource center and community center. How can people help you? Do you need volunteers? Do you need donors, sponsors? What would work best? Because this is amazing.
We need everything. At this point, we are a nonprofit. We
Mhm.
don't have staff. I mean, no paid staff. We don't have any assistants. Again, we don't employ anybody. Everybody on our team volunteers their time, and it's the majority of the board members. But we have an amazing volunteer team that does a lot of the legwork and putting together our packets and a lot of other work we do. So what we really need to make this happen is to find sponsors, find donations, and people to volunteer for activities. We go out in the community and we do fairs. We go out to senior centers. We go out and present. We really need some assistance to make that happen, so that we can continue to do what we're doing and to continue not charge people with aphasia to get the resource, education, and support, not just because they deserve it. We deserve to provide the resources to keep us as independent as possible. Our communication may be affected, but our intelligence is not.
Oh, I love that. That is such a positive message to end on. I am so glad that you have been able to create this center. I know that this is something that you have dreamed of for a very long time. As a lot of people may know, we're friends outside of the workspace. And in the time that I've known you, it's been maybe 5 years, give or take, to see all the work that you've done, to see the changes in your ability to communicate and your ability to get out there and be such a strong advocate for individuals who have aphasia. I am really proud of you, my friend. I'm
Thank you.
so excited for your center.
Thank you. And I can't wait for everybody to come and visit us.
Oh, thank you. You have a I'll talk to you later kind of day.
Yes, I definitely need a weekend. So thank you for inviting us.
Yes. Everybody, the work that Denise has done is absolutely amazing. She had the stroke, she had aphasia, she still has aphasia, and she pursued her dream and is opening the center. I am so excited. I really do hope that you share this video with as many people as you can. And here's part of why. As Denise said, aphasia can impact your vision, it can impact your ability to communicate, but it doesn't impact your ability to think. And so by sharing this video out, it can come with subtitles, it has the visual cues, it's able to connect with people who have aphasia, who may not know that this center is opening and really, really could benefit from it. So please share this out, tell people, plan to come on November 1st from 3 to 7 and have a good time. And if you have like a really cool skill that you want to share with people, consider volunteering. It's a great organization. So everybody, I am very grateful that you came on to share this time that I have spent with my friend Denise from Just Ask Aphasia Stroke Knowledge. I look forward to seeing you all again next week. In the meantime, be well and be kind.
If you liked this video, please follow us on social media and subscribe on YouTube. For more information, visit rielderinfo.com or call 401-585-0509. If you have any questions, email deb@rielderinfo.com.